All right, guys. I know it's been a minute, and probably got some explaining to do. So, those of you probably saw the last thing that I had going on was the Drift Mansion drift event, and shortly after that, my car developed some kind of an issue with the throttle not responding for whatever reason. After chasing it down for a couple of weeks now, we're actually moving on from the VQ altogether. So we're actually going to be pulling it. Let me show you guys what we picked up and what we're going to be actually swapping in there. You guys can follow on the journey, and hopefully so yeah, the next series of videos is going to be me and Andrew working on the car, pulling the VQ and getting it prepped for the new motor. So I guess with saying that, I should show you guys what we picked up. But yeah, we are going LS. Yeah, I don't know if you guys could have guessed that one, but that is the move. I've always been against it, but I couldn't pass up on the deal. So we got 99% of the whole swap here. We got obviously the motor. We have the transmission adapter to use my CD because we're just going to reuse my transmission. We have the radiator, fans, the headers, all that. We're going to have to get the oil pan because this is actually who we bought it from. We're going to have to return it. So I have to get a new oil pan and an intake and a few miscellaneous kind of pieces like the alternator and ECU and all that stuff. But so like I said, we got a big piece of the puzzle, and that's what we will be swapping into the G35. So in order to get there, first we got to remove the old one. So that's what we'll be doing here shortly. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I was trying to say is that so we got the car from the side of Andrew's house, and we got it into the garage now, as you guys can see. Kind of, I don't know, it's really sunny, hard to see. Actually had somebody come and look at the VQ, which we are obviously getting rid of because we don't need it anymore. And everything checked out. The guy left a deposit, and now we're going to work on just get it prepped for pull, and then sooner or later we'll be able to start working on the fun stuff and start getting ready to go LS. So, all right, so I am horrible at filming, but we actually got the exhaust removed, we got the drive shaft removed, and just a few things under the car. Tomorrow we'll actually pick back up and we'll be removing the transmission and maybe even starting on removing the front clip to prepare for pulling the VQ. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get some better clips of me actually doing some work and us getting the transmission removed. But this video will continue tomorrow. So, all right, so yeah, now we're working on getting the transmission done. Andrew already got all of the bolts, I think, besides a couple on the bottom. But so just got all the bolts up top, and just a few more to go. And then obviously the transmission mount, and then we'll be the drive shaft's already out. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last clip, but other than that, then the transmission will be out, and then we'll be moving on to lowering the car back down and pulling off the front clip. Or we're gonna see. We may pull off the front clip, or we may just try to just pull the motor out without removing the front clip, but we'll see. So those are the next things. Right now, like I said, he just removed the test pipes and all that stuff, so we will catch up with you whenever we get the transmission down and see what we got to work with. All right, guys, so the transmission is out. There you go. We're going to obviously clean it up and refresh it, change the slave cylinder, and everything else. I think I'm going to replace the fork and all that too, because I was having some sticky clutch things and not sure what it was. But here you go. Now we're trying to remove the steering linkage so that we can hopefully pull the transmission out with the header still installed, because remove the engine with the header still installed. So yeah, that's where we are now, and after we get that off of there, then we'll be lowering the car back down and moving on with pulling it. So yep, that's where we are right now. All right, so now the car is back on the ground. Time to start ripping apart the wiring harness, and the engine mounts are already off. Well, the bolt is, so it'll be ready to just lift straight up. So radiator's drained, so it's just a matter of literally removing all the harness bits and then pushing the car back and see if we can get the cherry picker in and hopefully be able to just pull it straight out, but we'll see.
Run that shit back.
Well, if we did that time lapse correct, you would have just saw basically pulling the harness apart and getting the motor ready to pull. And so the motor is mostly free, just getting the last remaining wires that are going to stop us from pulling it out. But other than that, kind of the home stretch from getting the old heart out and being ready to go to a new home and ready to put a new heart into this beast. So that's where we are. I'll pick it back up when we get the motor actually out and see what the engine bay looks like. See how much cleaning we're gonna have to do before we put the LS and everything in. So I think we've already decided that I'm probably gonna have to get like a box of brake cleaner because it's so disgusting underneath, and hopefully we can get most of that crud out because no need to swap it and have it dirty still, you know what I mean? So like I said, I'll pick it back up whenever we get the motor out. Almost there, guys. Gonna have these headers for sale soon. AFE power headers. Hopefully they'll be sold before I even post this videos, but getting there. I honestly didn't think that I'd ever be pulling a VQ. I thought I'd I don't know, keep it for a while, but it had other things in mind for sure. And just like that, motor's out, free hanging. Got an empty engine bay, ready to be clean and prep for LS stuff. So yeah, there we go. There's a big step that is now complete. The heart is removed, and like I said, most waiting to get put together. Waiting on a few miscellaneous things, but not too soon or not too far. Hopefully, we'll be mating the transmission to the engine, and then from there have the mounts, and we'll be able to basically mock it in there. But we got a few things we're going to do to the 5.3 beforehand. We're going to obviously do some gaskets and some preventative stuff while it's out beforehand. And we got to change the rear main seal. But other than that, yeah, we're getting there. So I'm definitely stoked on the progress. I think I'm going to actually end this video here, and we'll pick up the next one. It'll obviously be probably doing more of the install of the LS. So this was the complete removal process of the VQ, and we did it. So there we are. Let's go.